Outdoor Adventures is sponsored by Burris Optics and the Eliminator Laser Scope, Stormcloth 2 Performance Outerwear, Corbon DPX Ammunition, Kershaw Knives, the new Bresser 360 Trail Camera, Steiner Binoculars, Outdoor Trail Freeze-Dried Foods, Montana Decoy Company, CVA Muzzle Loaders, and UDAP Bear Pepper Spray.
Alaska, America's last frontier. Every hunter at one time or another has dreamed of a trip north to this beautiful and rugged land, where nothing comes easy. In the words of Master Alaskan Guide Jim Bailey, everything in Alaska is uphill and heavy. But the rewards taken from a trip to this special place are too numerous to count. This week, Steve West, Alaskan guide and owner of Steve's Outdoor Adventures, personally guides his clients Bill Atkins, Edgar Cordovan, and Jim Ware on their quest for the trophy black bears of southeast Alaska. Encounters with these giants are up close and personal, and the heart-pounding excitement provided by this hunt is an experience you do not want to miss. Our client's Alaskan hunting adventure began with a float plane ride from Ketchikan to the Alaskan Dreams Lodge, where they were greeted by Steve West and lodge owner Jim Phillips.
Mr. Atkins, how are you?
How you doing, Steve? You doing all right?
Real good. How was the flight?
Oh, excellent. If I had pilots look as good as this one all the time, I'd do a lot more travel.
This is Rick Hemster. He owns the lodge.
Hi, Rick. Nice to meet you.
This is our registered guide, Jim Phillips.
Doing all right? Good to see you.
Hey, Jim Phillips.
Jim? Yeah, Rick Hemster. Oh, Rick. Actually, Chad, of course.
After settling in and enjoying a good meal, the hunters loaded into the skiffs to begin their hunt. Let's join Steve's Outdoor Adventures client Bill Atkins, guide Steve West, and videographer Jeff Whitehead as they cruise the bays and inlets, glassing for hungry bears feeding along the shore after emerging from winter hibernation. The lush vegetation and sand crabs make for an irresistible meal for the eating machines, and it didn't take long until the hunters had spotted a huge bear feeding along the water's edge. Steve and Bill eased the boat towards the shore to set up ahead of the huge bruin.
Are you good? Get on the bear.
Everything was running according to plan until the wind suddenly shifted and the hunter's scent was being carried directly towards the bear. Bill had to act quickly before the bear winded him and ran for cover.
Run it in his chest. Oh, shit. You got him with that one. Come on, we're on him right now.
Did it hit him?
Yeah, you rolled him. You got him.
The thumbs up from Steve assured Bill Atkins that his dream had become a reality, and he had successfully harvested a trophy Southeast Alaska black bear.
Whoa! Oh, that's you doing it. Okay. Perfect tide. Everything I saw so far is perfect. Great job. Morning here, Bill. You better take a look at it.
Stay tuned to Steve's Outdoor Adventures. When we return, we'll take a closer look at Bill's trophy black bear.
Steve's Outdoor Adventures. My client Bill Adkins. We entered the bay here, came up the back, spotted a bear on the opposite side of the bay. Went to get out of the boat and the mud was too deep to get out and get on him. So when we had to switch locations, we'd already burned probably 4 or 5 minutes trying to get out of the boat. Couldn't do it. When it came time to relocate the boat, I said, I'll bet you he's making it to the back of the bay because they moved this direction. He came around the back of the bay. Bill and I came across the bay, got out of the boat, moved up the beach as far as we could, and wouldn't you know it, the wind changed. Just hit us right in the middle of the back. The bear was at about 200 yards in closing, got to about 150 yards, and put his nose straight in the air, and I knew the gig was up. We got a good rest. When I knew that he had winded us, I had to make a fairly fast decision as a guide. I told Bill to go ahead and take that head-on shot, even though it's an ill-advised shot. 2 reasons. One, he has enough horsepower in the 340 Weatherby and high-performance bullets to get the job done. And 2, I knew that Bill had, hunted all over the world and was very well traveled. I knew that bullet placement wasn't going to be a question. Sure enough, he made the initial shot and then followed up with one more through the leaves to anchor him and finish him off. The first shot was a dead bang killer. Excellent job, Bill.
Thank you.
And hopefully we can make this a double dip next week when you send me pictures of you with your 9-foot burn-off brown bear.
Yes, I'm excited.
Bold prediction, 9 foot.
I want to thank you so much for this great hunt. Everything's just been great. The lodging, the transportation up here. The hunting's been tough because the weather is kind of weird up here now. It's beautiful sunshine, and it's not supposed to be like that in southeast Alaska.
It's not.
It's been beautiful like Florida weather all week, and the bears haven't been moving as much.
It's too hot. They come out on the beaches for 5-10 minutes instead of an hour. Normally it's cloudy, rainy, temperatures highs in the 50s. I have everybody geared up for 50 and 40 degree weather up here, and we've been out here at Club Med, Southeast Alaska, just getting a tan. I mean, I'm sunburned on the back of my neck. And that's why the bears haven't been staying out, and that's why this bear was on the move as fast as he was. He was just going to feed around the edge and up into the trees. This particular bear is a large male, fairly old by the looks of his teeth. He has a perfect hide with the exception of that little spot in the center of his forehead where he was rolling rocks to get the sand crab, and then right on the fronts of his pads where he came off the snowpack. It was probably a crusty snowpack, and it rubbed a little bit off top of his pads. But other than that, this bear has not rubbed anything off of his body. He's a beautiful trophy. He's got a nice big skull on him. He's a fine trophy for Southeast Alaska. Once again, Bill, great shooting.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right.
This week we're hunting trophy black bears in Southeast Alaska.
Yeah, we got a big one up here on the beach. Go on in and get him.
Hunter Jim Ware and guide Steve West have glassed a bear feeding along the water's edge, and they are moving into shore to begin their stalk. Jim and Steve sneak to within shooting range of the bear that is feeding along, completely unaware of the hunters. Stay tuned to Steve's Outdoor Adventures. When we return, hunter Jim Ware levels his aim at his trophy Southeast Alaska black bear. Welcome back to Steve's Outdoor Adventures. Guide Steve West and hunter Jim Ware have sneaked to within range of a southeastern Alaskan black bear. Jim steadies his aim and waits for a broadside shot.
Hit him. Wait, grip, bolt. Hit him. Bolt. Bolt. That one might have been the one that did it. Reload. Put one on. Good bit of shooting there. You got him all 4 times.
Good.
Yeehaw. That is a big bear. He's a little rubbed on his legs, but his back and everything's awesome. He's got a melon on him like a pumpkin.
Beautiful bear.
Yeehaw. Okay, you got the handshake now. What about the high five?
High five.
Down low. What an evening. We didn't see much for bears. Pulled up here in the bay, and there was 2. And came around the corner, got set up. This bear made itself very available. The other one walked in the brush. And it's a tough pill for most guys to swallow, but I made a very bad call on a bear this evening. I thought this bear was a lot bigger. My depth perception was way off. It's easy to do here in Southeast Alaska, but no excuses when you're guiding. Jim did just what he was told, got a good anchor on a rock up there and put 4 in it. I mean, it's as good a shooting as you can expect from a client. Great job.
Thanks, Steve.
This bear isn't quite what we had hoped for. I'm going to bring Jim back next year at my expense, and we're going to get him a bear that Southeast Alaska is noted for. This would probably be an alright bear for most parts of Alberta or even British Columbia, but not in Southeast Alaska. It was an adrenaline rush, a fun hunt. This bear's probably going to be 6'1" to 6'2" squared. It's an old female, it's an old sow. I just made a bad call on it, as most of you probably just saw in the footage. It looked like a heck of a bear when it came up from behind that tree and walked across the rocks at us, but I sure apologize, and look forward to guiding you next year.
Thanks, Steve.
Not to take anything away from this particular bear, from the looks of the teeth, it's probably fairly old. It's got a much better than average skull for a sow, and she's going to eat exceptionally well. We'll get this meat cleaned up and get it back in the cooler.